Good morning, LinkedIn. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, wherever this is streaming right now. Welcome to Talk About TV, where we talk about all things experiential outdoor hospitality. I am your host, Michelle Oliver, and every Monday morning, we come to you with one thing about experiential outdoor hospitality. And today, I'd like to just explore a little bit and talk about helping our guests connect with nature. So, outdoor hospitality encompasses basically four main sectors. We have accommodations, we have food and beverage, travel and tourism, and entertainment and recreation, or call it all over experiences, is kind of the blanket statement, right? So, offering services and amenities that are beyond the accommodations is the essence of true hospitality. That actually becomes the vehicle for your hospitality. And leisure travel, whether you think about it in terms of camping, glamping, RV resorts, or dispersed hotels, allows guests to try new things, have unique experiences, and connect with what they care about most: themselves, others, and nature. It's largely about this connection. Natural events, if you think about it, think about the what was it? The eclipse, the meteor showers, the animal migrations. All of those natural events add a layer of absolute wonder to the outdoor experiences that your guests would like to have. And additionally, food tourism, which the last that I read attracts a whopping 36% of travelers, is a huge opportunity for you. It doesn't mean you have to have a restaurant, but we can talk about that on another show. And actually, I had a great conversation with John Griffiths, so you may want to visit that episode about food and beverage and how to bring that as an extraordinary experience to your guests. So the other thing people love to do is visit the small towns, basically understand the culture and the environment wherein your resort resides. So by blending all these elements, we can create very enriching and memorable experiences that resonate with our guests and ensure that they keep coming back and tell all of their friends. Some people are seeking very stimulating new digital experiences. If you've noticed, this is coming up absolutely everywhere. Just Google it. And these are designed to transport them into like other realities, while others, and these are the people that we have the privilege of serving in outdoor hospitality, want to return to nature. And how we determine to facilitate that can be an absolutely huge driver to attract people to us. So, this is what I've been thinking about today, and I want to share just a few ways that I've been delighted by simpler outdoor hospitality properties. One of the things I believe could be very beneficial, regardless of what your property is to think about the experiences in nature that impacted you personally and have those conversations with your team, because that can spark your creativity to deliver on the natural environment of your property's location. And it can also be a great way to engage your team and get them really excited about what they're delivering. When I think about my own experiences as a motivator, I grew up spending a good deal of time in nature, hiking and going on family camping trips. We had this huge, massive tent that even an adult could stand up in, and it slept 10, which was perfect for our family of 8 plus a dog. But we had to put that tent up. And it wasn't like showing up to a glamping, Four Seasons or Under Canvas or something. We had this whole system. And that was like a big deal and big experience to participate in creating that camp. And then my mom, my younger sister, and I had many of our own camping adventures, just the three of us, sleeping out under the stars all over Colorado and Arizona. And I also attended a bunch of summer camps in the Colorado mountains. So all of that became a combination of learning new skills, stretching outside my comfort zone, learning about the culture of the locations we traveled to, the unexpected things like the weather, the wildlife sightings, and everything that made it an adventure. And then journaling about it, the campfire conversations, the music, all of that stuff bonded me with nature. And those are essential elements that every one of your guests wants to experience to some degree or another. The moving out of the comfort zone, the learning new skills, the being surprised, changing the entire environment for them. And I remember as a teenager, I developed a tremendous amount of confidence learning and then knowing how to set up a campsite in record time and backpack for weeks in the wilderness. And today, I really love seeing how simple outdoor hospitality properties weave these nature experiences into the experiences for their guests. So here's just some thoughts about that. I would love to hear what other people are doing. I know you all are very creative and that you do a lot of things, but here's just a few things that I was reflecting on this morning. So some things we expect, such as the fun but yet familiar, like think national park experiences, guided nature hikes, those kind of informative hikes that are led by knowledgeable guides who share insights about local flora and fauna. Sometimes they'll bring like a bird, like a trained falcon or something like that, where you get to learn and you get to have this experience of interacting with wildlife. That just look up what they do at the national parks, and if you are familiar with that, you'll remember they offer oftentimes campfire cookouts, and the traditional cookouts where there's like storytelling and marshmallow, sorry, I can't talk today, marshmallow roasting and music. And the bird watching thing is really big, watching areas with binoculars and field guides for guests. And of course, night sky storytelling. I remember going to many of those, like in Mesa Verde, Rocky Mountain National Park, Yellowstone, where the storytellers share the myths and facts about the stars around the campfire. And then all of those surrounding activities that are normal for you to help facilitate your guests to engage in the lake life, the fly fishing, the rafting, whatever is around you, bike riding, wine tasting on a bike, all those things. Um, and then there are the surprising and kind of whimsical things like the forest bathing tours, the guided walks that encourage mindfulness, deep immersion in the forest atmosphere, or it could be the desert, whatever your natural environment is, you're approaching it from more of a meditative, transformational personal development perspective. And then I've seen these little pop-up wilderness libraries where you're like out hiking, and then there are little places within the trees, small curated collections of nature-related books in scenic spots where you can just like dip your toes in the stream and read a book. Nighttime activities, flashlight hikes, nighttime canoeing. There's so many cool things you can do. Most people don't get outside in nature at night. Fairy garden trails, the little pathways adorned with tiny fairy houses and whimsical decorations that delight the children and the adults too. We've all seen the giant board games, but you can play on those and you can actually create events and experiences. The geocaching was a really big deal for a long time. The scavenger hunts. And then the treehouse, well, actually think yoga here, okay? Because like treehouse yoga, paddleboard yoga, basically use yoga and add a beer or whatever you want, a different location, nighttime yoga under the stars. People love it. Morning, evening, whenever you do it. Barefoot trails, I think I mentioned, meditative walks with meaningful signs and symbols where people can learn and relate to whatever they are interested in, which is why you really do have to know your guests. But anyway, there's just so many amazing things you can do with activities beyond the accommodations that link your guests to nature and to the outdoors. And um, I just would love to hear what some of you are doing. I know there are millions of other things, but I really do strongly encourage you to have these conversations with your team and just ask them what were the meaningful experiences that they had in nature. I have lists of things that I remember as a child that helped us learn how to be confident in nature and come away with that summer camp feeling. You can create these scenarios for your adult guests and your families and every demographic in really creative ways. And I just would love to hear back from you. Please share, what are you doing to connect your guests with nature? Because that's what experiential outdoors hospitality is about, bringing hospitality through that vehicle and that framework to your guests, experiencing the outdoors in whatever is meaningful for them. So thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday when I will be here with Kyle Losh from the Madison Group, and we will be talking about the one thing that you don't know about funding your experiential outdoor hospitality property. Okay, thank you very much. Have a beautiful day, everyone.